Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Tea with Trina. I am excited to be on with you today to talk about building with intention. Before we get into the topic, I want to tell you what I'm having for tea. I'm having chai tea today with a touch of cream and honey. I didn't measure the honey today, I just let it flow in the cup. Mhm. And it's good. Mhm. Yeah, it's good. That's a good one. But I have to share with you before I had this tea, I went and stopped. I had stopped at a cafe this morning. Before we get into the topic, uh, I got all the calls from a child about bringing what they needed to where they needed to be. So I was driving and had to stop at a cafe. And I got matcha tea earlier today, which was really, really nice, really good. So one day coming up in the future, when I stop at that cafe, I'll grab that matcha tea and sit down and talk with you about it. It's a matcha latte that I had earlier, and now I'm having a chai latte right now. Chai tea with some cream and some honey. I'm not for sure what you're having or what you've had today, but hopefully you're enjoying your day thus far. I'm getting on track with the things that I need to activate, which I'm super excited about. And it goes along with our topic today about building with intention. So I want to talk to you about it today. And I want to talk about it today because this is really what I've been sitting with lately between yesterday and today. And I do always talk about intention within my programs when I'm coaching and working with people that I'm working with. And I'm going to talk about this because I had a moment even yesterday in one of my buddy coaching processes of that intention and moving forward with it. And the thing about it is that it's one thing to build, but it's another thing to build with intention. There's a quote, and I wonder if I kept it here. If not, I'm going to share it a little bit later if I didn't keep it here. Maybe I do have it here. That talks about, which I really like this quote, about how it's important to build with intentionality. Um, because that is just so essential. I guess I don't have it up here, but I'll share it with you all once I get it. Um, because when you're building, it's important to pay attention to it because you can be busy, right? It's so true that, yeah, you can be busy checking off goals, which I like to do. You can be busy like stacking accomplishments or seeing accolades or doing all the things. But it doesn't mean like when you're busy, when you're stacking, when you're, stacking accomplishments and doing things, it doesn't mean that you're doing what actually matters to you. It is a way of keeping busy if you're building just to build. And I want to talk to you about this because when you're building just to build, that's the busyness. That's just doing things. You're doing things that may not matter to you. And a lot of times when you're doing those things, it could feel like you're getting into a feeling of stagnation or um, just things that are monotonous. Like you just continue to do things and you don't really feel connected to it. But when you're building with intention, right, it's different. It's something that nurtures you. It's something that expands you. It's something that gives you joy and even more momentum when you're moving towards those goals. And I have this experience because I've been in a process of building and doing all the things. And those things that I was doing, I didn't feel connected to, or that they really, really mattered to me as far as what I wanted to do. And I've built with intention where I connected to my why. I connected to a goal that I wanted to achieve that really mattered to me. And when I did that, it brought about an opportunity for me to share my gifts and talents in a more meaningful way and ultimately expand the gift that I was sharing in the moment. And I think that's what building with intention does for you. It allows you to expand. And when you're building with the intention, you're focused on a set goal, or well, a set goal or focus for a particular time or a particular moment. And if you're a visionary leader, if you are a creator, if you are a change maker, you know in your spirit that when you're in misalignment, that doesn't work well. That doesn't feel good. That doesn't continue to help move you forward with the momentum that you need to really make the impact that you're here to make. And so you know that you need to be in alignment, and the misalignment cannot be your norm anymore. That can't be just the thing that you do. Right? When you're sitting and working with and building with intention, you do get results, but you get them in a way that resonates with you and those that you're serving. You get them in a way that it deeply matters, and that impact, there's a connection, there's an alignment, and there's also that expansion. And I think that power of influence that comes into being. I talk about the power of purpose in one of my workshops and the work that I do with my clients. And that's what building with attention allows you to have a little bit more fuel to that purposeful power, right? To the power of your purpose when you're sharing it. And that's what you want. You want that resonance. You want to be building from a sense of integrity, from the part of your true being, from authenticity that connects with other people. And so it's so important to build with intention and to share this intentionality when you're making the impact that you're here to make. And that was part of my conversation yesterday. We didn't go this deep on it yet. When we were talking about what we were building, it was like, wait a moment. How can we connect to this too? What is the hinge point for us, right? When we built out what that next step was in our process and program, one of my questions was essentially, what is the hinge point for us? Like, we're not here just to do, but how does it connect with something that matters to us and something that we want to activate, or provide as an opportunity, that moves the needle? That's what I said. What is it that will move the needle for us? What is it that would empower us, that will um, uh, put our hearts on fire, right? To be able to activate what we're here to activate. And that is essential, that you do this work and you understand what is your intentionality behind the work that you're here to do. What is your aim? What is your ultimate goal? What is the impact that you want to make? And why does it matter to you? And all of these is so important to implement when you're creating work that is here to provide a change, to provide better opportunities, to allow you to show up in your authenticity, as well as others to show up in their own. And this is why I created the expansion experience that I'm offering. And we're going to get this started next week. Um, Yes, I believe next week. Well, in 10 days, right? We're going to get this started in 10 days. It's the expansion experience. And I started this to help purpose driven visionary leaders like you get clear, get grounded, and build from a place of deep alignment and with intention. So the work will allow you to step into the power of your purpose, and there no more chasing, no more copying, and no more settling for what is just there to be, and getting to a place of just doing things just to do them. But we will focus on building intention, because your work, your worthy work, your great work, your next chapter deserves to be intentional. It deserves to be expansive, and it deserves, and you deserve to be able to show up authentically, as you, and doing this great work and sharing it with the world. So if this is work that you know you want to activate and put out, as far as that intentional work and building it with intention, I want you to send me a message and let me know that you're ready to begin. And then we'll go from there. I'll share all the details with you. But the most important thing is to remember, right, that it is so important to build with intention and activate from a place of authenticity, okay, for you. So I wanted to come on and share that today for this Tea with Trina. I hope this message has brought some things for you to process, think about, to be able to activate and move forward. And I'll be on next week to talk about another Tea with Trina. And Some of the things that I'm thinking about bringing up moving forward, definitely, I'm going to bring up the topic of strategy to talk a little bit more about that. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. Also, what does it mean to activate meaningful and expansive work? I'm going to talk about that too coming up. So stay tuned for our next Tea with Trina, where we'll go deeper on some of these beautiful topics. Okay, I look forward to talking with you soon. Bye.